as the Pioneers head out on the field. We are in attendance today for a UKC matchup. It's the conference home opener for the Leavenworth Pioneers. I'm David Kemp alongside Ellie Lovejoy to bring you every pitch. And today, the Pioneers look to break out of their troubles. Pioneers look to break out of some recent troubles against the Lions. They got swept last year in the doubleheader dating back to 2021. They have lost 8 of 10, but this season there's a lot of pride in the air to be a Leavenworth Pioneer. And Ellie, 5-3 start to the season. We saw some big wins against against Washington, big win against Hayesville campus. So I think the key for me, if the offense can turn it on, then we could have a good game on our hands.
Of course, especially with our pitching core, a lot of low-scoring games for our opponents so far. Hopefully, we can keep that streak up and maintain Lansing sitters.
The Leavenworth Pioneers come into this one at 5-3 on the young campaign. Lansing, on the other hand, 4-1. Excellent start. Their only loss coming at the hands of the Piper Pirates. Leavenworth, on the other hand, they started the year strong. They had a good series in Wichita, but they've lost 2 out of 3 as of late with drops to Spring Hill and DeSoto. On the mound today, I think the Pioneers, they've really got to just lean on Pierce Gray. He's the ace of the staff. He started 2 games this year, gone 8 strong innings. And despite the 0-1 record, it really has just been a lack of run support that's plagued him. He has a 1.75 ERA, and I think if I had to pick any pitcher in this Leavenworth staff to start this game against the Lions, I would probably go right here to the Dominican. The battle for Eisenhower Road is underway next. Starting pitcher on the Lions, Lego, is in the batter's box now, and he will take a strike to start the ball game. We are underway here. It's starting to get a bit chilly as the sun goes down, but still a beautiful day for baseball nonetheless. Pierce Gray dealing. He has worked a 1-1 count early on Legolt. Popped up, skied foul right over the flagpole, and that will get into the netting of the softball practice fields. So, Ellie, we just watched a great, I know the score kind of got out of hand late, but the overall a great performance from our girls varsity softball team. What do you think, like, as the first strikeout, what do you think the Pioneer baseball team really needs to do to kind of fix some of the mistakes that our girls made, but also just pave their own path and win?
Yeah, I really think run support is what it comes down to. We saw 2 great pitching appearances with McKenna Scully and also Lansing's almost flawless pitching experience. So hopefully, um, the score reflected that our offense really just never got started. We left batters stranded on base, and we never actually had that many hits. So if our Leavenworth boys can hopefully put some runs on the board, maybe we can have a different story.
Trey Bowden is at the dish now for the Lansing Lions. Pierce Gray working him early, 0-2 count. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Julian Simon gets up quickly, throwing to first. Aaron Phillips will record the second out of the inning. Pierce Gray starts the day strong with back-to-back strikeouts, both of them swinging. If he can keep on burying pitches like that, I think it could be a good ball game. I mean, overall, just completely filthy having him on his knees there on that pitch. That one is way out in front. That one wasn't even in the dirt, just chopped up in front of the grass. Seemed to lose his handle on that one a little bit. 2 gone here in the top of the first. Pierce Gray hunting for his first win on the young campaign. That one's also in the dirt. 2-0. and that one is in there for a strike. He is pitching the 3-hole hitter very carefully here. He does not want to let Bryce Fullen beat him, as that one's in the dirt. Reese Mattingly's on deck. The last thing you want to do here is give up a 2-out walk. You're 1 out away from retiring the side. And Pierce Gray doesn't want to let Lansing get some hope.
Chopped at that one.
Another swing and a miss. Full count. Gray gets the sign from his catcher. Simon in the crouch. The delivery. Chopped, and it got a little piece of the plate, and it will roll back out to Gray, but be called as a foul ball. Simon having a quick conversation with his ace, trying to strategize how they may put him away. Ellie, this is the most packed I have ever seen this stadium. You can just tell how much this rivalry means to them, and with so many seniors on the team, there's optimism in the air. As that one is swung on and missed, Pierce Gray strikes out the side to start the game. Pioneers go to the bottom of the first, trying to strike first, and that one will be no runs, no hits, no errors. All 3 outs coming via the strikeout.
Yeah, the place is packed.
Yeah, like, there's people standing.
There's people sitting in the bleachers.
Well, yeah, like, that's rare.
I know.
There's no more room in the bleachers. Hey, if my scoreboard looks like this all night, I will not be complaining.
To the danger zone.
And now the hitters come. Miss Water said she can hear it.
Good. The umpire's hats look like Bob the Builder.
You're not wrong. Let's see if people are watching. We got 5. Julian Simon steps into the batter's box now. He has been getting on base a lot this season. I think something interesting to note, he is the team leader in hit by pitches, so his stance brings him really close to the plate, and oftentimes pitchers just can't seem to put one over the zone, runs in a little bit too much, and now Pioneer's got a base runner. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off towards the quarter, and number 4 Brady Heim just runs out of room. Simon also, I mean, it's one thing to be hitting guys, but if you have a guy who can steal as well, he leads the team in 8 steals. So every time he gets plunked, the Pioneers aren't complaining. You're gonna take the stolen base every time.
Yeah, with an on base percentage of .40, like .400, him being on base is a huge help for our Leavenworth offense as he fouls that one towards the dugout.
0-2 count. Simon staying alive here. Chase Legault. He struck out in his first at-bat and is now trying to do the same to the Pioneer catcher. That one is hit out to right center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder, but calling him off will be Mattingly for the first out of the inning. Flying out to right is Simon, and now Anthony Giamalva steps into the batter's box here. He is hitting .412 on the season with 8 ribbies. No one on base to drive in right now, though. First offering just misses. Lego gets the sign and the offering. That one's hit to right field and hanging up there just long enough for Josh Cook to make a fading catch. 2 gone in the inning.
Anthony Giamalva's brother, Frank Giamalva, steps up to the plate. He might be the power hitter of this Leavenworth offense. He has 12 RBIs and has hit a team leading 2 home runs so far this season.
Giamalva watches a pitch go by for a first pitch strike. Legault is pounding the zone, and quite frankly, the Pioneers have been making contact. They just can't seem to get on base. That one is ripped up the middle, and might have jinxed the Lansing pitching staff there as Frank Giamalva turns my words on their head. Pioneers get their first base runner of the ball game. Runner on first on the 2-out single. Noah Davis steps into the batter's box now. The lefty, and when you have a right-handed pitcher like Legault on the mound, Noah Davis just hammers those guys. His lone home run of the year in that opening game as Giamalva will advance to second on the pickoff attempt. That one was in the dirt, and we're gonna call that an E1. So now Noah Davis hasn't even seen a pitch in the AB, and he has a runner in scoring position. Giamalva at second. Davis in the batter's box. Called strike one. Outfield shifted in favor of right center. Mild shift, but still notable when you have a left-handed power hitter such as Davis. The pitch, and that one's low. 1-1 count.
Catcher going up to have a little mound visit with his pitcher. Maybe their signs got crossed as the last pitch was in the dirt.
With 2 outs in the inning, Pioneers are really looking to just keep at-bats alive, work Legault deep into counts, and Davis, if he could reach, he's got Gabe Fryman, the team average on-base percentage and OPS leader, on deck. That one looked close, but Blue says it's just missed the mark. Quick score update over in the Varsity Pioneers second game of the doubleheader. As that one's in there for a strike. Pitching woes continue, but they have put some runs on the scoreboard. They currently trail 10-7 in the third inning. We will keep you updated on that one as it goes on as well. Twos across the board. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 gone. Giamalva on second. Davis, swing and a miss. And Chase Legault sends him packing for his first K of the ball game. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error. Pioneers leave Giamalva stranded in scoring position as we go to the top of the second in the battle for Eisenhower Road. Top of the second for Lansing. They got struck out in 3 consecutive at-bats here. Pierce Gray looking to continue his dominance to the first batter he sees, and Mattingly goes up there swinging for strike one. That one
Just low.
is just below the knees. Gray has been pitching with a lot of consistency. When you have a high strikeout pitcher, as that one's called again, you got to keep an eye on that pitch count, because you're not getting a lot of those weak contact 1-2 pitch at bats where they just pop it up, get easy outs. However, when you can be as consistent as he is with throwing strikes in the strike zone, then those at bats that may be a little more risky when they make contact, you can turn those still into 3 or 4 pitch at bats. As that one's hit up the middle, fielded almost cleanly by Frank Giamalva over there at second. Anthony Giamalva, excuse me. He boots it, but that one hard hit baseball, a first base hit of the ball game for the Lansing Lions. Mattingly on first, Leftwich at the plate. Aiden Leftwich. Gray, first time pitching from the stretch today. To the Lansing catcher. Swung on and missed. Pumped the fastball by him. Aiden couldn't catch up there. Lansing in the road gray pinstripes here. Meanwhile, the Leavenworth Pioneers in their home whites, white tops, white pants with the black pinstripes and the white caps. Ripped up the middle, right to Anthony, double play in order. Oh, throwing it into the netting, able to cover as Julian Simon. So getting the out at second on the fielder's choice, but not able to turn two. Pioneers able to get the second out of the inning, or first out of the inning. Leftwich and Mattingly change positions as Mattingly goes back to the dugout, and now Aiden Leftwich is on first base now on the fielder's choice and the high throw. 0-0 ball game here in the top of the second. 1 out in the frame so far. Pickoff attempt down to first. Good tag by Phillips, able to just get his hand in there, is Aiden Leftwich. Holding him tight, not wanting him to get any ideas on the base paths. That one is high for ball one. The pitch from Gray. And that one is just outside for ball two. Runner at first, one man gone in the inning. Pierce trying to find the strike zone and seems a bit too concerned with the runner on first there as he throws another pickoff attempt. Bearing down is Gray. The pitch is high. Hitters count to Austin Oakley. You got to think he might be getting the green light here with Pierce Gray pounding the strike zone in situations where he needs to make those pitches. That one is a called strike one as Oakley watches it go by. Phillips holding Leftwich closely at first. Swing and a drive deep to left field. Back at the wall and making a catch just shy of the warning track is the Pioneers starting left fielder Mason Shoemaker. And Austin Oakley gave that one a ride, but ultimately it didn't amount to much.
Great catch in the outfield, tracking it all the way back.
Just shy of the wall. Trying to keep the inning alive now for the Lansing Lions. is going to be Brady Neiman. Another throw down to first. And I think it's safe to say that with how much attention Pierce Gray has been giving to Leftwich, he's not going to be going anytime soon. The pitch swung on and missed. Brady Heim is on deck. A pair of Brady's on the field for Lansing. Neiman at the plate. 1-1 even count. Scoreless ball game with 2 gone in the inning. That one is fouled away. Back to the backstop. One strike away from retiring yet another set of Lansing hitters. And a called strike 3 for his 4th K of the ball game. Pierce Gray trots off the bump. Due up for the Pioneers in the bottom half of the inning are Gabe Fryman, Pierce Gray himself, and Davin Kuntz. No runs on 1 hit and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Fryman, Gray, and Kuntz due up to start the inning for the Pioneers. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Gabe Fryman has been the most productive bat in the lineup, someone that Coach Justin Bodie can turn to whenever he needs him. He has a 1,438 on base plus slugging. First pitch is in there for a strike, trying to get a feel for the AB before he goes up hacking. I think a real key for the Pioneers has got to be pounding the fastball, as that one's outside. Legault, he really will just throw fastballs all in the zone, and it's easily his best pitch. If he can continue to dominate the Pioneers with the fastball, it's going to be hard for them to really get into this one. But if Leavenworth can adjust and hammer the fastball, that won't really leave him with much left to turn to. Fryman battling in a 1-2 count. That one is high. Even count to the Pioneer center fielder. The delivery.
That one pushed outside to the left.
Full count now. Fryman trying to get on board as the leadoff hitter early on. The pitch. Watches it go for ball 4. And Pierce Gray has a runner on here as he steps up to the plate. Gabe Fryman draws the first walk of the game for the Pioneers. Hopefully not the last. And the starting pitcher for tonight's Leavenworth Pioneers is ready to take a few cuts for himself. Number 0 on your screen. Pick down to first. Back in time is Fryman without a tag. Gray is one to swing early in at bats. Look for him to be looking to make some action here. And he does put the ball in play. Ball goes down to second for one. Throw is offline to second, unable to complete the double play. Gray reaches first on the fielder's choice, and there's one gone in the inning. Davin Kuhn steps up to the plate now. The Pioneer right fielder looking to really turn it on here. He's hitting 333 on the year, which is a good mark, but the power hasn't really been there. With the runner on first, he'd like to try to get the carousel moving a little bit. First pitch is high for ball one. Pickoff, Gray in their standing. That one is hit. Deep pop up to center, and making a sliding catch out there is the Lansing center fielder. Two gone in the inning. That one looked good off the bat, but he just got a little bit under it and skied it in the air. And the fly out to center has Aaron Phillips batting with two gone. Back in there safely is Pierce Gray. Aaron Phillips gearing up for the fastball now. Bit of a slow start to the campaign for him as he's batting 214. Pierce Gray will dive back in there. They are very wary of the Pioneer, who has stolen 8 bags already in just 8 games. Feels like every time he gets on base, he's trying to get in that pitcher's head. And
Oh my
he
gosh, they did
continues
it
to do
again.
that. Scoreless ball game. Bottom of the second, two gone. Phillips watches another go by. And the count moves to 0-2 on the fastball. Taking a look down to first. From the stretch. Gray is going. Takes a pitch low, and Pierce Gray will get in there without a throw. With all those throws down to first, you'd think they were trying to hold him close. And then as soon as he takes off, not even a throw coming.
Well, no one was there to cover the bag. The shortstop was all the way back in left field. Second baseman right in the middle between first and second. There was no one there. As
Pioneers now have a runner in scoring position as Aaron Phillips moves the count back to 2-2 after watching 2 pitches go by. That one is low. Full count to Phillips. Mason Shoemaker on deck with Julian Simon in the hole if it gets that far. 2 gone in the frame. Chase Legal looking to put him away. The offering. Swinging a drive to center. That will score 1. Pierce Gray comes around third. And he stumbles. An excellent throw from center is able to hold Gray at third. And what looked to me like it was going to be a sure run. It looked like he stumbled a little bit over the bag. Slipped and ended up on his knees before he could really make that turn.
Yeah, his feet kind of gave out from under him, which is too bad because the throw was still coming out of the center fielder's hands as he was rounding third, but wisely chose to stay at third after his little stumble.
Pierce Gray at third. Aaron Phillips now on first with the single. And now Mason Shoemaker looks to flip the lineup over here with a base knock of his own. Runners at the corners, 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. That one's outside. Shoemaker He steps in with little little experience at the plate. He's been primarily used in a pinch runner role so far on the season, but he gets the start tonight as a defensive first left fielder, batting in the 9 hole here. Swung on and hit out to left field. It hangs up there just long enough for the catch to be made out there by the Lansing Lions. The Pioneers threaten by putting runners at the corners, but none come across. No runs on 1 hit, 1 walk, a stolen base, and 2 left on. We go to the top of the third. The left fielder, Brady Heim, is stepping up to the plate after making an incredible catch to end the last frame. He is now in the batter's box. Hopefully has caught his breath by now. Gray goes from the windup and just misses the zone there. Working the count to 1-0 is Brady Heim. Next pitch is also low. Pierce Gray bears down. The 2-0 count to Brady Heim. Swung on and hit up the middle. Frankie Giammalva throw down to first. He makes it look easy. First out of the inning for the Pioneers. And Lansing has really just had no answer to Pierce Gray's masterclass. He can strike you out, but he can also make you hit on top of it. As seen there, he just grounds it right back up the middle into an easy putout for the senior. First pitch will come into Joshua Cook, number 15. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Starting pitcher Legal is on deck. Next pitch is also low. Pierce Gray trying to just settle in and find the strike zone here.
Julian Simon gesturing to his pitcher to just calm down. He has it. It's a 2-0 count, but that's it. And it seems to have worked with that one as a strike.
I say you got to make him hit your fastball. It's easily his best pitch, and all day Lansing hasn't been able to catch up to it. That one popped up in foul territory, and unable to get there is the Pioneer right fielder, Davin Kuntz. But that is a long strike, too, and you'll definitely take that if you're Pierce.
For sure.
Full count now. 1 strike away from putting away the Lansing slugger. Ligo on deck. He would appreciate having a runner on to help provide him with some run support. And a called strike 3 will send Josh Cook back to the dugout. He thought he had it, started his way down the first baseline, but the umpire rung him up there.
That ball has some serious curve at the end. It went from probably above the strike zone to right in the middle of the frame at the end.
2 gone in the inning. Legault trying to get aboard here. There's a base knock, and Fryman will field that one. Short turn at first, and staying put will be the starting pitcher. Legal with the knock gives the Lansing Lions their second hit of the ball game.
Trey Bowden at the plate.
First pitch called for a strike. Runner at first, 2 gone now. Check down to first. Aaron Phillips keeping him honest there at the bag. The pitch, high. You would really like to end this inning now while it's still easy. The most dangerous hitter in this lineup, Bryce Fullen, is on deck, and you don't want to have to face him with multiple runners on. 1 strike away from getting out of it. Gray looks in. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. That will retire the side for the Leavenworth starter. Pioneers keep it scoreless here. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Leavenworth still trying to get on the board. Julian Simon steps into the batter's box now for the Pioneers. Still trying to put some runs on the board here. He led off the game with a hard fly out to right. This one chopped on the ground to third. Throw will get him for the first out of the inning. Anthony Giammalva comes up now. He hit a long fly ball all the way nearly to the warning track. Oh, wait, never mind. That was Julian. Anthony Giammalva was the fly out to second. That was the one over there on the right field side that just kind of hung up there in the Bermuda Triangle. Thankfully, Lansing was able to bring it in. 0-0 on the board. Giammalva looking for his first hit of the ball game. Another chopper up to third. And that one will get him easily. Pioneer offense is giving Brady Neiman a workout here, making him earn his spot. 2 gone in the inning on just 3 pitches. Chase Legal getting soft contact and is just being so efficient here early on. Giammalva, the 4th-year senior, he's been in the program his entire time at the high school. Has grown up with this team ever since the middle school ranks. Really hoping to make an impact. That one is hit on a line to third, and this time Neiman can't come up with it. All the way down into the left field corner. Giamalva around second. He will stay there. And the Pioneers have a two-out double to keep the inning alive. Frankie Giamalva with some two-out magic, and now Noah Davis, his favorite guy to hit behind him, has a chance to drive him in now with a scoreless ball game. Hopefully it won't be that way for long. Runner in scoring position now. Noah Davis, second opportunity to drive in his buddy. The pitch is just a bit outside. Lansing dugout can't believe it. Davis isn't complaining. Calling time to go have a bit of a chat with his pitcher is the head coach for Lansing baseball.
Update on the softball score. Lansing Lions lead 11-7 in the fourth inning.
Leavenworth in that game, they've really done a good job at just like they've looked good enough, but overall, I mean, they just haven't been able to overcome their pitching struggles. That was the story of the first game as well, and that clearly has continued on. Hopefully calmed down by now. Legal sets back up, looking to retire Noah Davis and get back in the dugout. Overall, both starting pitchers have done a good job at commanding the strike zone as another one's in there. Leavenworth and Lansing each haven't really gotten much going. But, you know, sometimes, Ellie, those are the best kinds of baseball games. You don't know when it's going to be a classic until it's over. And if this pitcher's duel goes all the way, as another swing and miss, we'll send Giamalva to third on the stolen base. He is now the team's stolen base leader with his 9th on the year. But I do love a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel, especially on like a chilly spring evening. Temperature down to 70 degrees here as the stadium lights are on. That one is chopped on the ground to first. It will stay
Just foul.
It looked fair all the way down the first baseline, but it just trickled right outside the bag. Thankfully for the Pioneers, because I suspect that would have been an easy play to make. Fouling it off to stay alive in the 2-strike at bat. Noah Davis has the go-ahead run on third. Swung on and hit to second. Slow roller looking to beat it out. Throw down to first is just in time to get the Leavenworth Pioneers third baseman. Leavenworth starts the inning strong with a double from Frankie Giamalva, but unable to drive him in. This score remains tieless. This score remains tied. Pierce looks good. Yeah, we'll probably interview Pierce if he gets the win, unless something like crazy happens late in the game. I do like a good pitcher too. Yeah. Bryce Fullen steps up to the dish, the left-handed power hitter for the Lansing Lions, trying to get some runs on the board, something that this squad has not done much of early on. First pitch misses, and Gray falls behind 1-0. That one is hit on a line to first. Backhand pick by Davis. Race to the bag.
And he
And
got the out.
they're going to say that he got the glove in there just in time. And Aaron Phillips, what a play. He knew he wasn't going to get there in time. Didn't want to risk a collision. You never want to have an injury on a play like that. And just laying out to get his hand on the bag. Excellent piece of heads-up defense there.
Runner also laying out in his mad attempt to beat Phillips to first base.
I got to think that if he had just run through the bag, I mean, it's the most
Yeah, I can't imagine a reason why you would want to slide into first, but
it's
here
the
we are.
cardinal sin from like T-ball. You run through first base, but this one chopped on the ground to first and just outside the line is foul. Scoreless ball game. Pierce efficient as always. And as I say that, he spikes one in the dirt. it's That's acceptable if you're trying to spin a curveball down there, but when you're just pumping a fastball right at his ankles, it's probably not going to get too much whiffs. Change up there, fouled away. Gray looking for the put-away pitch. And that one is just off the corner. Even count, trying to put the ball in play. He's not going to do that. Sending Mattingly down, swinging, is Pierce Gray, and he notches his 7th K on the evening. Aiden Leftwich steps into the batter's box now, looking to get aboard, maybe spark a bit of a 2-out rally. Hasn't done much of anything early on. Leftwich checks his swing. They're going to say he went. Falling behind 0-1 for the Lions. Swung on and fouled back our way. Almost bit at that one at his feet. I guess some people will try to go for those. Aiden Leftwich trying to battle back. He's behind 1-2. Swung on and missed. And Pierce Gray retires yet another frame. That is his 8th strikeout on the day. He has been absolutely elite. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Pioneers still trying to get on the scoreboard. I wonder if I can get it out a little bit more so it's not like. There we go. That's good enough. Oh, it's like almost. The rivalry moves along here as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Pioneers still trying to get on the scoreboard, but overall, the pitchers on both sides have looked absolutely electric. I've been really impressed by Leagalt's fastball. I said early on that the key to the Pioneers' success would be squaring that up, and quite frankly, he's done a good job at preventing that from happening. Legal, the first offering to Gabe Fryman, the Pioneers' leader in most of the main statistical categories. He has just been absolutely raking at the plate since opening day. And there's another one ripped up the middle. Shortstop fields it, and a clean throw on the first will retire the Pioneer center fielder for the first out of the inning. 6-3 put out gets an out on the board for the Lions. Now Pierce Gray trying to give this offense a spark. Shows bunt, just missed the heat. Davin Kuntz is on deck. Temperature continues to drop. You got to wonder how these players are going to stay warm as the innings drag on and we go deeper and deeper into the night. It's harder to square up a baseball. When you get jammed, it feels like electricity in your fingers. Like it's really difficult to stand in there and take that. Pierce Gray works a 2-1 count. One gone in the inning. And the wind's starting to pick up as well now as another play will get Neiman involved in the ball game. He's had enough action for his liking early on. Two gone in the inning. Davin Kuntz trying to keep things alive. He started the ball game with a fly out to center. Kuntz, the lefty. He will watch it go. 1-0 count. Two gone in the frame. Aaron Phillips on deck if Davin Kuntz can keep the inning alive. Legal in there for a strike. The fireball has really been what's kept him in this game. He just blows it right by the Pioneer hitters, and they've just had no answer.
That one in the dirt.
Kuntsy working deep into this count. Swing and a drive down the left field line. Hard hit, but foul. And it looks like Leavenworth is starting to square up Legal a little bit. But still, he's been an effective pitcher so far in this one. At the end of the day, no matter how hard you hit it, if it's not in between the chalk, it's just a long strike. 2-2 count. Two out in the inning. Bottom four. That one is high. Count runs full. Kuntz checks up with the umpire, confirms our assessment. Phillips waits on deck. Shoemaker in the hole, hoping to turn the lineup over. The payoff almost went. He watches it go outside. A good job of disciplined.
Great eye for Davin Kuntz there as it just barely misses the plate.
Disciplined hitting from the Pioneer right fielder. He looked like he started to go. He kind of started his stride, but just keeping his hands back just long enough to watch that fastball pass on the opposite side of where he wanted it to be on the plate. Phillips with the rip to third. Diving play from Neiman. He will throw down to first just in time to beat Phillips. Excellent play there. And it makes quick work of the Pioneers. Nearly perfect despite the walk as a rogue softball gets sent flying into the bleachers over here on the baseball diamond. But the Pioneers currently still scoreless. Pierce Gray goes out there to look and continue his pursuit of his first win of the season. Lions back and looking to really get going here. Oakley in the batter's box as he will watch that one go down for ball one. That one squirts all the way to the backstop.
2 low pitches in a row.
Oakley watches one at his eye level.
3-0
and
count.
He's worked a strong hitter's count. I don't think they're going to greenlight him here, though. You got to expect he may be looking to just get on base and let the bats behind him do their work. That one called a strike as he watches it go, hoping to get his free pass there. Swung on and fouled away.
Full count.
Pitch to Austin Oakley is going to stay fair. Noah Davis trying to throw. It looked like it got a piece of his arm there. And Lansing has a base runner on the error. Wide throw pulled Phillips off the bag. He couldn't reel it in. Julian Simon able to prevent that from turning into a disaster. But now Leavenworth is looking to minimize damage here with the runner on first. Neiman made several slick plays at the hot corner last inning. Now he's got a bat in his hands and trying to force the Pioneers to do the same. Putting the ball in play has been the name of the game for these two teams, although they haven't done it too effectively so far. And ultimately, I think you're not really going to be able to take a pitcher of Pierce's caliber deep, as he will just pound you and it's hard to really square one up. But when you're making consistent contact, a softball will get a timeout call. Over on the softball field, it's still 11-7. Pioneers trailing, but they've got a competitive game going in the 5th inning. Neiman settles back in a little bit shaken up by the rogue comment of a baseball.
Lansing dugout letting Pierce Gray hear it as yet another one in the dirt.
He does look a little bit shaken. I will say it's better to, I'm glad we have a catcher like Julian behind the dish.
Of course.
He is able to get down and stop those balls that other guys you may see squirt away to the backstop. He's been consistent at keeping those in front of him, as that one's in there for a strike. Oakley at first following the error. Brady Neiman at the dish. The pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Over towards the practice fields. trying to stay alive.
And we got him.
Putting him down is the Leavenworth starter. That's his 9th strikeout of the game. Pierce Gray absolutely pumping heat from the mound for the first out of the inning. Oakley being held at first by Phillips. Gray with the cheddar. Just off the edge of the plate. Brady Heim.
Lansing dugout voicing their support for Brady Heim.
Runner goes, fouled off, and that one looked like it may have gotten Julian in the
Yeah,
groin there.
tip of Heim's bat just made contact.
The baseball may have also gotten a piece of it too,
Oh yeah.
as it was chopped straight down. Phillips going to check on his buddy there. Julian has a little bit of a chat with the trainers. They support our team. They're not traders. But
Come on, David.
Coach Fody will go back behind the chain link fence as Pierce Gray will look to settle in. Even though you hate to see your catcher get banged up like that, Pioneers may have caught a bit of a break because I think that Oakley was gone there. They were not getting him. Phillips tries to put the tag on him, drops the ball a couple of times before getting it back into Pierce. Runner at first. Brady Heim at the plate. Another pickoff. You gotta wonder how long it'll take when you watch games like these for the MLB pickoff rules to get put in the high school levels, because this is starting to get a little bit comical in my opinion. Just continuing to work and work and work at trying to catch him leaning. That pitch is low. Two balls, one strike to Heim. Fouled off again. That practice field is going to have a whole lot of baseballs up for the grabs when we go out there tomorrow for the JV games and practices. 2-2 count. Lions trying to make something happen with the leadoff base runner. That one on the ground to third. Davis takes a look at second. Instead, he will just take the sure out at first. Aaron Phillips with a nice dig there to get the second out of the inning.
Nice little one hop over to first base. Fielded cleanly.
And after several slick gloved plays by the third baseman on the Lansing side, Brady Neiman, Noah Davis looked at him and said, "Hey, I can do that too." Gray gets the first pitch swinging on Cook. He buckled his knees there. 0-1 count, 2 gone in the inning. Leagout waits on deck. Gray would prefer not to face him again. Another one low. And Pierce is 1 out away, or 1 strike away from stranding the Lansing runner in scoring position. Oakley on second. That one's low. 1-2 count. The pitch. Swing. High fly ball out to center field. This one should be easy, and it is a routine fly for Gabe Fryman as the Pioneers avoid danger. Joshua Cook flies out to the center fielder, and through 5 innings, we are still scoreless in a pitching battle for the ages, in the battle for Eisenhower Road. Mason Shoemaker steps into the box now. He is 0 for 1 on the day, trying to change his fortunes now. Shoemaker, younger brother of Braden Shoemaker. He's going to have a few more years in the program, starting on varsity as only a sophomore, as that one has popped up. Braden Shoemaker last week in the Washington series, he made an excellent start. He pitched 3 innings and struck out 9 batters in the Mercy Rule shortened game. Really, the Wildcat hitters just had no answer to him. After working a quick 0-2 count, Legant delivers. Comebacker right back up the middle, and that one will get down for a base hit. Taking a nice long walk around first, but staying put is Shoemaker. And Leavenworth, I will say, as a team that has struggled pretty mightily against Lansing in recent years, they've definitely held their own tonight. They do not want a repeat of what happened to them last season, getting swept in the doubleheader. This is just game 1 of a series. They will be in Lansing on Thursday night. Anyone in the area, we definitely encourage you to go to that game. I mean, the environment for the Leavenworth-Lansing rivalry is just different. Shoemaker on first after the single. Julian Simon shows bunt to try to get him over, but he pulls back for ball 1. Simon at the dish. Takes a long look in to Legal. Another pitch down to first. The pickoff attempt is
Close, but not in time.
low tag. A better throw might have gotten him. Shoemaker being held pretty close down there. Simon. And a hitter's count. Shows bunt again. Pulls back. And it's a 2-0 count now. Julian Simon, number 11 for the Pioneers. He will just run circles around you on the bases. So he is the last guy that you want to walk with the Giamalvo brothers on deck. That one's fouled off.
If Julian Simon gets on base with the Giamalvo brothers behind it, that really gives the Leavenworth offense a chance to blow it open.
Their most recent matchup came nearly a year ago to the day. The Pioneers and Lions played on April 1st and 3rd of 2025, and the most recent was a heartbreaker, Lansing winning it 6-5 in extra innings. So far, the pitching staff has done their job, as that one almost got Shoemaker, but the bats really need to step up here. Pierce Gray has been elite, but he actually has a losing record on the season because he's received such little run support in these close games. The next pitch from Legal, this time actually getting down a bunt, is Simon, but it will roll foul. Runner on first, none gone. Bottom of the 5th for the Pioneers, still trying to put some runs on the scoreboard, erase that goose egg, or shall I say Easter egg, with that just a few days away. Simon holding the bat out in front of him like a torch. Hopefully he can light the way into the outfield here. Takes a pitch, diving in there is Shoemaker, and he thought about trying for third, but a good cover by the Lansing second baseman to keep that one from turning into a disaster. But still, Pioneers with nobody out in the inning have a runner in scoring position and a full count. Julian Simon, you know he's going to be swinging here, because if you're Legal, you don't want to have 2 runners on with Anthony Giamalva, Frank Giamalva, and Noah Davis still guaranteed at bats in the inning. So you want to try to put him away right here. Power versus power. And that one is going to be called strike 3. And now we've got a pickle. Throw goes down. Trying to evade it is Shoemaker. Shoemaker dives. The tag, he got him. Pioneers fall victim to the pickle. Mason Shoemaker tried to get a little bit greedy and go down to third, but he gets thrown out on a bit of a wild double play there. It's a little bit disappointing because you would rather him just stay put, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would rather have him at second base.
Have a runner in
Runner
scoring
scoring.
position,
Yeah,
and then allow both Anthony and Frank to have guaranteed at bats. Now Anthony's at the plate with nobody aboard and two gone in the inning. That one is popped in the air, and a little bit of confusion. They're just gonna eat it. Frank Giammalva steps up on the infield single.
bit of damage minimalized as now we have a runner on base with Frank Giammalva up.
Runner at first, and that honestly makes the last play hurt a little bit
I
more
know.
because if he isn't caught going, you now have Giammalva and Noah Davis getting opportunities to swing the bat, and honestly, you'd probably have Mason Shoemaker at third base anyway.
Exactly. Oh well, what's done is done. Now we have Frank Giammalva at the plate, hopefully trying to put Leavenworth up on the scoreboard.
Frank
And he
Giammalva with a
connects.
base hit. Sharp on a line into left, and he will advance his brother into scoring position now. Not to dwell on the past too much, but still, that one probably could have scored a run a second ago. Noah Davis will take that responsibility on his shoulders now. Anthony at second, Frank at first, Noah Davis at the plate.
Two outs
And
as the catcher goes. Stuck with his pitcher.
heading out there to have a little bit of a chat is the Lansing backstop, Aiden Leftwich. Overall, Ellie, a lot of encouraging things from the Pioneers on both sides of the ball. I mean, the offense hasn't really broken out, but you got to feel like they're just one domino away from
It's so close.
this entire offense just breaking out. We've seen it in games before. They had a 14-run inning just last week against the Washington Wildcats. Granted, Lansing does have higher quality pitching, and we've seen that firsthand here tonight. Back on the bump after the mound visit. Pickoff throw. Close play. The Lansing faithful groaning in disapproval of the umpire call. That one, it looked awfully close to me. Davis back in the left-handed batter's box. Strike in there. 0-1. Third baseman has produced in the field, but is yet to get on base in this one. One of Leagalt's many strikeout victims as another throw down to second. No tag applied, but at least keeping Giammalva honest. This is the biggest chance the Pioneers have had so far to really break through. The delivery. Swung on, chopped back towards the dugout, foul. Oh, 2 count. Noah Davis trying to keep the inning alive. Two gone, 2 men on. Throw goes back down to second, and he does not want Anthony Giammalva getting up to anything.
Making his shortstop work for it.
Davis staying alive. That one's high. Trying to work back into the count here. Falling behind 0-2 early. He gets himself a ball there. That one was around neck high. If he could work back into this one, Gabe Fryman will come up next. Coming into the game, he was hitting 609, but he has not managed to get a knock here today. Both Giammalva brothers go, and Anthony and Frank on the double steal put two in scoring position for the Leavenworth Pioneers. And now it's got to feel to me, Ellie, like they're just seconds away from striking big.
Yeah, I mean, 2 strikes, 2 outs, but Noah Davis, I think he can really put the ball in play here and damage.
Doses all over the board. The 2-out offering is taken just off the plate,
Full count.
and the count has run full. Noah Davis, a patient hitter at the plate. He's not going to expand his zone, even in a 2-strike count. And the last thing this pitcher wants to see is number 9, Gabe Fryman, at the dish with the bases loaded. You got to think Noah's going to have a pitch to hit right here. Legal. From the stretch, he will step off the rubber. Looking a little bit frazzled out there. The Pioneer dugout letting him know. The Lions in their road grays, cheering on their pitcher, looking for that put-away pitch, and he will step off the rubber once again, having a bit of a mound meeting with his catcher. The entire infield actually is going to come in, try to settle him down, and maybe strategize on where to go from here. It's rare you see like the entire diamond come around a guy this late in an at bat, maybe trying to ice out Davis a little bit. 3-2 count. What do you think he's gonna go with, Ellie, here? What do you think Noah needs to be dialed in for at the plate?
I think the strikeout, really, that's their pitcher's best available option right now. But I mean, if no one makes contact, it's over.
I think just making sure you're ready for the fastball.
Yeah.
We've seen that he can't locate the off-speed stuff, oftentimes ending up high or in the dirt, or nearly hitting Julian a couple moments ago, but which that's something we've seen way too much this season, as Julian has more hit by pitches than any other member of this Pioneer lineup. But being ready for the fastball, you know Legalt's not going to walk you.
Right.
Because you've got Gabe Fryman on deck, and then if the inning were to continue, Pierce Gray in the hole. That's not a gauntlet you want to face if you have the choice.
All right. Well,
Battle of Champions. Dugout's going wild. The fans are getting into it. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. It will hang up there just long enough for the Lansing center fielder to make the play. And a hard hit baseball had the Pioneer fans cheering for a split second until they realized it was going to hang up there. Ellie, I thought we might have finally broken through and put some runs on the scoreboard.
I know, I was so excited. It was a great contact, but unfortunately hung in the air just long enough for the center fielder to connect, and Lansing gets out of quite a pickle there.
Our longest frame of the game so far, we end the 5th with no runs on 3 hits, two runners left on. We go to the top of the 6th. Pioneers and Lansing scoreless in Leavenworth County. Lee Gantz steps back into the batter's box here. He worked out of trouble on the mound last inning, and now he's trying to create some trouble for Pierce Gray to lead off. Top of the 6th. Both sides scoreless in this one, and honestly, I feel like this could be a game that we might be in store for some more extra innings. Scoreless in the first city of Kansas. This school's history goes back to 1871. Lansing came around shortly after, and this is by far the oldest rivalry in the books for the United Kansas Conference. It's one we look forward to every year. I mean, on the football side, I think the most excited I have ever been at a school event was being in that student section when we upset Lansing for the first time in 3 seasons. And then the basketball team getting a critical win during the playoff push. And, I mean, don't even get me started on girls basketball, just wiping the floor with them.
That was such a
So,
fun game to play in.
the Leavenworth Pioneers, as this one is hit on the ground to short, should be a routine play for Frank Giamalva. And he records the first out of the inning. But even the casuals, the parents who will maybe go to 2 or 3 of the games, even like, and won't pull up to a road game. The fans who will maybe come out for homecoming, but when Lansing comes to town, you know the entire school is pulling up.
Trey Bowden with a swing and a miss.
First pitch to Bowden. Pierce Gray getting a little bit of encouragement from the on deck circle. Fullen chirping out there to the plate. Bowden watches another one go by. This time it was off the corner of the zone. Bowden at the dish. He will watch it go by for a strike.
The 1-2 count.
Pierce Gray has been electric all night. His stuff has been off the charts. That one is high. Two-two count. Nobody on. One gone in the inning. Make that two. As the throwback in, Julian Simon didn't seem to see Bowden walking right in front of the plate, and he took a baseball straight to the helmet. He walks off the field seemingly unfazed, but that's that's never something you want to do. First strikeout of the inning has 2 men gone for the Lions. Fullen has a chat with his third base coach before stepping back in. He's also a speedy runner. You might want to be aware of the bunt here, especially with a bit of a shift. He could try to do a push bunt. Instead, he is trying to get a bit of a feel, make him throw strikes, and that is something that Pierce has definitely said, okay, bet today. Swing and a sharp grounder just outside the outstretched glove of Anthony Giamalva. Ball gets into center field, and the throw will come in. The Leavenworth Pioneers now have to deal with a little bit of traffic with 2 gone in the inning. Reese Mattingly steps into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. One of the many people on Pierce's hit list here today.
Checks the swing on that one, but it's still called for a strike. 0-1 count.
Mattingly at the dish. Throw goes down to first.
And
they got him on the pickoff attempt. What a play to end the inning. And Pierce Gray says, no thank you. I do not want to face Reese Mattingly. Not today.
we finally got a pick off.
Aaron Phillips, after trying all game, is finally able to get the tag down. And the Pioneers end the frame with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on. Pioneers looking to finally erase some of these goose eggs when we come back. Gabe Fryman left in the on-deck circle in the almost rally last inning. He now gets his opportunity to swing the bat now. He will lead off the inning. He reached on a walk in the second inning. He has not gotten a knock yet today, something that he has done pretty well throughout the season.
Yeah, Fryman's stats are so far above average with his 609 batting average and 655 on base percentage.
The numbers just fly off the page.
Yeah, he leads the team in 3 categories.
Legalt pitching him carefully. He went up there hacking at that one. And the Pioneers looking to get something going here in the bottom of the sixth. Zeros across the board for both sides. That one's in there for a strike. And you know, I can appreciate a game like this, especially with so much of the emphasis in high school now of like getting the big bats, getting just power hitter after power hitter. A lot of guys will focus more on hitting than pitching. But to see a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel, as that one will send Fryman down swinging. For this game still to be scoreless all the way into the bottom of the sixth inning, the Pioneers and the Lions are really giving us a show tonight.
With all the power on this team, on both teams to be honest, having it still zeros in the bottom of the sixth is a testament to the pitcher's ability.
Gray at the dish. He pops one up. Shallow left. Waving off his left fielder is the shortstop, and the Lansing Lions have now recorded 2 outs in the inning. This game, extra innings is really starting to become a possibility. And again, if the Pioneers don't score here, if they're going to win it, it's going to have to be a walk-off. So definitely, if you're watching online, be wary of that, because we could have a thriller for a finish. I mean, we've already had a thriller so far as this one is fouled away. One of the best baseball games I have watched in a hot minute at any level, really, to be honest. Just the quality of at-bats, the way that this pitching staff, or even just the pitchers individually, as neither team has had to dip into their bullpens yet, has just dominated hitters, painted corners, worked the zone, mixed up velocities. Every single part of the game is on for each side, and even the defenses too. We've seen Neiman and Noah Davis trading excellent web gems at the hot corner all night. 1-2 count with 2 gone in the inning. Davin Kuntz is trying to just do anything to spark this flailing offense. Scoreless ball game. The pitch from Legalt. In there for a called strike 3, and screaming as he walks off the mound. He is absolutely fired up. The Pioneers go down without much of a fight. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 7th. And stay tuned. We may have some free baseball for you coming up. Scoreless ball game as we go into the top of the 7th inning. This should be the final frame, but Pierce Gray and Lebat, Legault for the Lions have been trading punches. Each of them, honestly, deserves a win of their own right, but their offenses are going to have to step up to make that happen. Pierce Gray still in pursuit of his first win in the season. It seems that every time he's on the bump, the bats kind of just turn off. He has just been dominating opponents. His only loss of the year came via an unearned run, a pair of unearned runs. But in the games where he's not starting, it just feels like the runs seem to pour out. And that one fouled off towards the softball field, almost knocking into one of the players down there.
Softball and baseball just trading foreign flying objects. As that one's in the dirt.
Count runs full.
The full count.
Left
And
foot
he gets
swings and misses. Take a walk back. You might need to go get a new piece of lumber. He just has not been able to do much at all with the bat. Mattingly with his second K of the day.
That gives Pierce Gray yet another strikeout tonight.
What is he up to now? Is that 11? He has just absolutely been firing on all cylinders. That one's in the dirt, and Simon can't find it initially. Nobody on base. He's got a moment to relax. Several notable moments in this game. I mean, we've got the diving catches from Neiman. We've got the pickoff from Aaron Phillips getting the play down. Excellent move by Pierce Gray. It's something he's been working through all day, and he finally was able to make it work. And overall, the Pioneers just, as that one is ripped to second base, Anthony Giamalva camps under it, and after watching it hang up there in a while, he just plucks it down. Bodie taking the walk out to the mound. Could be the end of Gray's night with how long he's been going. And Jackson Thamer looking out towards the bullpen. It looks like we may have a pitching change. Pierce Gray, 6 2/3 strong. He has been the star of the show for the Pioneers here. And as Carter Pro comes in to the ball game, or it appears Carter Pro is about to come into the ball game. Or excuse me, they brought Carter Pro all the way out from the bullpen. He's been warming up for a hot minute now, but after a brief conversation, Bodie just telling his ace he can let it rip. So I don't know if Gray's performance right there with the strikeout kind of forced his hand, but Carter Pro is going to stay in the dugout, and Pierce Gray is going to try to finish the job himself. 2 gone in the inning. He just needs one more to hopefully put this one on ice and give the Pioneers a chance to walk it off. In the dirt. Gray. This will be his last batter faced. He is almost exactly at his pitch count limit. He can't go any higher than 105. He's in the high 90s right now.
That's
And
100 fourth strike. He has 5 more pitches.
A bit of a generous call from Blue for Pierce Gray. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit of fandom, but I'm not going to complain. 3-1 count. You got to think that if he can't finish the job here, we are going to see Carter Pro coming in a second.
That's pitch 101. He's nearing his pitch limit for the night.
He is allowed to finish the batter, but I doubt it'll take him more than 4.
As he walks in.
Bodie still messing with the lineup card, and it looks like he is going to make the move. Pierce Gray, 6 2/3 strong, 0 earned runs, although he is responsible for the runner on base. He has been absolutely electric. Unless something changes late I think it's safe to say that's your Pioneer Pete athlete of the day right here. Pierce Gray, 6 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts on the board, and overall, I mean, just the complete and utter domination of the Lansing lineup. And what makes it even worse is he's not even in line for the win.
So if Carter Pro finishes it here, then he gets the win.
If the Pioneers can walk it off.
Wow.
Carter Pro making his entrance now. Carter Pro finishing up his warm-up pitches now. The flamethrower for the Pioneers looking to finish off the frame here in the top of the 7th in a scoreless ball game. A pitcher's duel for the ages. Pierce Gray hunting for his first win of the season. We now know that he will not get that. Hopefully the Pioneers can give Carter Pro a little bit of credit. The junior son of our band director here at Leavenworth High School. He is looking to retire the side. He is in there for one job, and that job is to get Ks. First pitch is just low for a ball. Neiman at the plate.
Beautiful
He's
strike.
gonna be in Pioneer hitters' nightmares today from every time a hard hit ball ended up in his leather. Pro to the plate, swing and a miss. He could not catch up to the freight train there. 1-2 count. Fans are getting rowdy. That one is ripped on a line to Giammalva. The throw on to first, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th in a tie ball game. It is scoreless in the first city. Leavenworth, the battle for Eisenhower Road, the battle for Leavenworth County. It is the final countdown here as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Extra innings on tap. Pioneers hope not. Looking to put this game to rest in the bottom of the 7th. Aaron Phillips steps into the batter's box here. Phillips up for the Pioneers, although changes could be in order. First pitch popped up into right against the shift. Unable to get to it is the right fielder, Jonah Heim. Not Jonah Heim. Brady Heim. And it will get down. Foul. Aaron Phillips, after a loud strike one, steps back in there. Gets his Rawlings ready. Tries to square one up. Swing and a line drive up the middle. Hangs up there just long enough for the play to be made. One gone in the inning. He made hard contact, as so many Pioneers have done today, but he just couldn't quite get one down on the green grass. Mason Shoemaker steps up to the dish now. The lefty, he sees right-handed pitching exceptionally well. This is definitely a guy you want to have at the dish. His first season as a varsity starter, as that one is ripped to the opposite field and just a bit foul. It looked right on the chalk.
Yeah, it just kissed the chalk and bounced foul, unfortunately.
Couldn't quite get down inside the white lines. And so close yet so far. Legant, or Legault, you gotta wonder if the Pioneers are starting to see him a little bit better. Sure, these are strikes, but when you really think about it, the Pioneers, a lot of their early, as that one is watched, go by. But a lot of their early at bats ended in watching stuff go by, swinging and missing, just a lot of whiffs from Legault. And now the Pioneers are starting to make contact. And when you have the more high quality hitters like Julian Simon, Anthony Giamalva, Frank Giamalva do up, you do wonder, especially with the tired arm like this, if that could work in the Pioneers' favor.
The 1-2 count.
He is about to go through his fourth time through the order if the Lions are going to leave him out there that long. Shoemaker already trying to punish his coach for letting him go through the order 3 times. That one is ripped to left, and the high fly ball will be caught in the outfield by Brady Heim. Correction on that last play, that was Leftwich, but Brady Heim on this one, the fly out to left. 2 gone in the inning. And unless Julian Simon can send us home now, we will be going into extra innings. Free baseball here in the First City. Swing and a miss. Simon trying to battle back from the first pitch strike. He instead watches another one go by. He's in an 0-2 hole now. And Legault trying to one-up Pierce Gray and finish what he started. Looking to go through a solid 7 strong innings. 0-2 offering. Outside. Simon staying in this one. That one's low. Working the count even is Juju Simon. Nobody on. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 gone. But no 2s on the scoreboard. 0s. As both sides have completely shut down the offense. And that one, the entire Lansing infield tried to maybe draw a called third strike from the umpire. He didn't budge. And now Simon has worked the count full. 3-2 pitch. Swing on. It will hang up there just enough. Unable to get anyone through. And we will go to extra innings here in Leavenworth. 0-0. We have played an entire baseball game with no one even touching the scoreboard. And now we get more. We lead off the top of the 8th inning. The Pioneers and the Lions are scoreless here in the battle for Eisenhower Road. Leavenworth starting Pierce Gray on the bump. Carter Pro now in. He retired the last batter in the top of the 7th. And on the other side, Lansing behind starting pitcher Legalt, who is on deck at the who is well, not on deck yet, but taking a few practice swings in the dugout. He looks like he might stay in. Both sides have had electric pitching. The question is, who is going to break through at the plate? We go to extras. Carter Pro, a clear uptick in velocity from a late 7th inning Pierce Gray, who was struggling just to get through his last couple batters as that one is fouled off. Carter Pro is already throwing heat here to the first batter faced in this inning. He blew away Leftwich Oakley via the strikeout to end the last inning. Throw goes on to first, and that will be an out. Six three put out. And now Brady Cook steps up to the plate with nobody on. First pitch swinging. Didn't hit it though. This team has really just been struggling to make contact all night. And it doesn't help when you bring in a flamethrower like Pro.
Strike 2 called.
I think it's safe to say that Josh is not cooking. The pitch. Swing and at least getting a piece of it there, but not able to time it up just right. 0-2 count on Cook. Swung on, hit down the right field line, and it's called just a bit foul. That one would have been a lot of trouble. Put a runner into scoring position and really would have flipped this game upside down.
Lansing fans voicing their disappointment that it couldn't hook just left at the chalk.
Just a bit too late on that one. I mean, I'm impressed he was able to square a baseball up at all with Carter Pro throwing in the mid 80s at his peak. Pro bears down. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Pack your bags. You're going on vacation. Sets down Cook for the second out of the inning. And now the starting pitcher, Chase Legault, is in the batter's box. He hasn't done too much from the plate today. The problem is none of his teammates have either. 0 run support for the Lansing ace. That's how we got to this point. He pitched a 7 solid innings. He may even come back out for the 8th, depending on if his coach is willing to push his pitch count. That one is popped up. And that should do it for the inning it tips just off the glove of Giamalva. They're going to say it's a fair ball. Legal holds up at second. And the heavy shift on the starting pitcher, Chase Legal, instead of a routine flyout, Anthony Giamalva had to hustle, just ticked off his glove into foul territory. Coach Bodie having a bit of a chat with the umpire crew. And now with 2 gone in the inning, Lansing has the go-ahead run in scoring position. Stepping up to the plate now, Trey Bowden.
Strike one.
Pumping gas is Carter Pro. Pro going and Fuego there, just blowing the heat right by him. 0-1 count. 2 gone in the inning. He's just hunting for the punch out as the next one is down there. Carter Pro, so far this season, he's made 3 appearances all out of the bullpen. What's impressive about him is he has yet to earn a run. He has been scoreless with only a .211 batting average against, meaning only 1 in 5 hitters are even able to get a hit off of him, much less drive in a few runs and string together some knocks.
Trey Bowden calling time. Just a little regathering before facing against Pro's Heat.
Pro and Bowden locked in a 1-1 fight. And that one will run the count to 1-2. Carter Pro looking to send this one into the bottom of the 8th. Lansing wants to give their closer a lead instead of trying to just extend this ball game further than it needs to go. Calling time is Trey Bowden. Clearly, he's not in a hurry to get this one over with. Taking a couple practice hacks.
Lansing dugout cheering him on.
Fullen on deck. Reese Mattingly in the hole. Swing and a miss. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Leavenworth Pioneers have struck again with 8 scoreless innings from Pierce Gray and Carter Pro. Oliver Rambo delivering the next batch of baseballs to the home plate umpire. Let's hope they have a little bit of luck that goes the Pioneers' way in them. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Anthony Giammalva, Frank Giammalva, and Noah Davis set to lead off the inning for the Pioneers. They just need one tie ball game, extra innings here in Leavenworth. The battle for the county. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Anthony Giammalva leads off the extra innings. He is 1 for 3 on the day. He singled in the fifth and made it all the way to third. And what really was the Pioneers' best scoring chance of the day, he got left stranding along with his brother, who got left standing on second.
Just a note for the pitching change for Lansing. They brought in their reliever, number 10, throwing a bit of a sidearm.
Austin Oakley with a funky delivery there. Clearly no issue seeing that one is Giamalva hustling down to first and just getting beat by the throw. First out of the inning on the 4-3 putout. Frankie Giamalva at the dish, looking to send the Pioneers home happy. He already has 2 home runs on the season, one of them being a long moonshot in Pierce Gray's opening day start. If he could really tap into some of that power here, he would make a lot of people happy. That one gets by the catcher. And now the Pioneers have a 1-1 count with Giamalva at the plate.
It just takes one here.
You also don't want to get too wrapped up, though, in the power of the moment,
Right.
because you have guys behind you that can drive you in. Noah Davis also has a dinger on the year, as that one is ripped to the opposite field, hanging up there just long enough. The Pioneers have had terrible BABIP luck today. It seems like every single time they make hard contact, it just ends up right in front of someone.
Great contact, but unfortunately, these Lansing outfielders are earning their keep.
Noah Davis stepping into the left-handed batter's box. You know, when you have a right-handed pitcher throwing sidearm, it almost feels like the ball's kind of floating to a lefty. And maybe if Noah can just slow the game down, not get ahead of himself, he can really just just knock some he could honestly knock one out of the park if he really made contact and connected on it.
He already has 2 dingers on the season.
Fryman on deck with Pierce Gray in the hole. He's still able to pitch, or he's still able to hit despite being pulled out of the ballgame as a pitcher.
Strike one. The count is 1-1. 2 outs for Leavenworth.
Even count for the Pioneers. Looking to put the final nail in the coffin. The pitching has been absolutely phenomenal for Leavenworth. The problem is that their batters just can't seem to get anything going. And as Carter Pro is likely going to be coming out for some more work, especially when you think about having a game on Thursday as well, you don't want to stretch your guys out too much. Inside, almost got him. Taking a lap around the box is Davis trying to lock himself back in. Fryman on deck. Noah Davis just trying to be patient. Not going to extend the zone for something that he doesn't think he can hit. Takes a strike.
Full count for Noah Davis.
Oakley. All the pressure's on him now. Tie game. Bottom of the 8th. Full count. 2 gone. Oakley from the windup and the pitch. Swung and popped up foul. Will do it again. Noah Davis staying alive. 3-2 count. Oakley looking to retire the Pioneer third baseman on what is going to be the 7th pitch of the plate appearance. Davis is 0 for 3 on the day. It feels like he's due for something here.
The pitch.
The pitch is in the dirt. Pioneers get a base runner on. This game isn't over quite yet. Leavenworth continues to keep the inning alive, and now Gabe Fryman trying to make some stuff happen here. He's got a runner on, and that's something that when he does have a runner on, he can get a lot of RBIs. He already has 7 on the year, and the 8th one could be the difference between winning and losing this baseball game. Batter calls time. Dugout giving him a lot of grief for that one. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first. That one just misses the outside corner. And trotting out there to have a bit of a conversation with his pitcher is the catcher for Lansing, Leftwich. Ellie, if you're in that batter's box as Gabe Fryman, what kind of pitches are you looking for here? What are you swinging at? What are you laying off of? I mean, obviously, I know the answer is balls and strikes, but just what are you looking to take a hack at? Because you still have 3 strikes to work at.
Yeah, I really want to try to go for anything off speed. I would try to stick and hit Oakley's fastball if it's right down the middle. I mean, striking out here. Watch out! Softball almost killed us. Yeah,
That game is still
Gabe
going on.
Fryman.
18-10, Pioneers still trailing out there on the softball diamond. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Make him beat you with your fastball, because I think that Fryman is a professional enough hitter that he knows how to square one up
And he
as
makes
this one hit is
contact.
the opposite field.
Runner
Going
in scoring
station to
position.
station. Pioneers go station to station. Runners at first and second. Carter Pro coming into the game for Pierce Gray on the mound. He will now get an opportunity at the plate to try to do some damage. Runner at first. Doesn't matter. The winning run is at second base. Carter Pro with 2 gone in the inning. Getting an at-bat here. He has a 143 on base percentage on the year. He has not recorded a hit. But what better time for his first one to come than on this cold March night? First pitch, misses for a ball. Davis reached via the base on balls. Gave Fryman with a line drive single to the opposite field. And now the Pioneer relief pitcher trying to make contact here and put this game on ice. The dagger is waiting for one of these sides. The question remains who will deliver it. Oakley, he started the inning strong with back-to-back outs with a little bit of help from his second baseman and left fielder. But now he's looking to bear down and finish what he started. 2-0. High for ball 3. Davin Koontz is on deck with a chance to hit with the bases loaded in a tie ball game. Oakley starting to psych himself out a little bit, taking a bit of a walk around the rubber.
The 3-0 count to Pro.
Oakley brings the glove to his chest from the stretch, and it is called for a strike. Umpire keeping the drama alive here. Pro remains at the plate. Fouled off. Carter Pro, he's got to win it soon. Raindrops starting to fall on the field. The 3-2 pitch, what every kid dreams about in the backyard. The offering. Swung on and fouled off. We will keep going. Full count. Runner in scoring position is the only one that matters. Carter Pro looking for his first knock of the year, and what better time? Right now. The flamethrower. Mano y mano. Power against power. Leavenworth wants to put away their crosstown rivals for good. Swung on and fouled off again. Runners will get a lead with 2 gone and 2 outs. Well, with 2 gone and 2 on. Pro has a chance to finish it right now. Oakley doesn't want to let that happen. The pitch popped up.
Oh.
This should be an easy out. It will fall. Foul. The Pioneers thought they had it. The entire fan base was erupting. And after a collision in the outfield,
Slow to get up.
seemed to jar the catcher the fielders out there. Trainer will head out there. This game is not over yet.
Players still on the field laying down. Hope they're
Carter
all right.
Pro gearing up for what is soon to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. He just refuses to go down without a fight. And as they will check out there, let's just do a quick game recap to get those watching how we got there. So, Pioneers started this ball game, looked good at the plate a little bit. I mean, you had Frankie Giamalva getting on with a single in the first inning, and then some more base runners throughout it. But the defining moment came in the 5th when on a Julian Simon ground ball, Mason Shoemaker got a little bit greedy, tried to take third and got thrown out. The inning would continue with runners reaching all the way to second and third, with the Giamalva brothers being left stranded after back-to-back singles. Noah Davis couldn't drive them in, but if Shoemaker remained on second base instead of making a careless out, the Pioneers would have had the deciding run right there. But ignoring the unforced errors, both sides have just dominated on the bump, with Pierce Gray delivering 6 2/3 strong, with Carter Pro finishing the job so far. And now Pro at the plate is looking to do it with his bat. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off again. The 10th pitch of the plate appearance will come in just a second. And a new batch of baseball is getting sent out to blue. This at-bat just epitomizes the feelings that we've had in this game. This is the defining moment right here. And taking a look back to second, trying to keep Davis honest there. Runners will go. The pitch. Swung on. Hit to the opposite field. If it gets down, it's over.
No, Davis! No, Davis comes in to score as Carter Pro walks in.
And this game is over. We can all go home. Oh my goodness.
What a great ending to a great game. Pitching dominance finally broken up by Carter Pro as he drives in Noah Davis.
Carter Pro plays the hero and puts a dagger in the hearts of the Lansing Lions. and the Pioneers walk it off in grand fashion at the UKC home opener. Oh my goodness, what a game! 7 scoreless innings before the Pioneers finally broke through in the bottom of the 8th, getting runners on first and second, and the opposite field base hit from Carter Pro would prove to be the deciding moment. Leavenworth wins it 1-0. And honestly, I would say despite the moment from Carter Pro, I would have to give player of the game to this one to Pierce Gray.
Oh yeah, for
He
sure.
was just absolutely electric on the mound. Every single pitch was exactly where it needed to be. And for a team that has struggled so much against Lansing in past seasons, to have this performance, to have this game, a defining moment, along with so many throughout the season across football and basketball, other seasonal sports, this is going to go down in the history books as
Oh, for
what
sure.
I like to believe the best year in Leavenworth athletics history.
Absolutely. What a great ending to a great rivalry game.
We may be back in a couple minutes for an interview, but for those of you who are leaving, we thank you so much for watching Leavenworth Baseball on Pioneer Television PTV.